What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Voice of the Giants podcast here on WKCV. Guys, I'm your host, JT Colapetro. Oh, guys, this week, huge week in terms of Keystone Sports and everything. It's homecoming week for everybody. And, guys, obviously with homecoming, you get a huge homecoming football game. And, guys, what better way to get out than bring in one of the main key pieces of pretty much the football team over the past couple of years. Guys, joined this week by guest number 12 on the football team, Noah Holslander. Noah, how you doing, man?
Good, JT. It's great to be here.
Awesome. Thank you for coming in. Seriously, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I want to talk about the one thing that we obviously just brought up, the homecoming game coming up on Saturday. What has been the mentality this week of just, the entire team just getting ready for that huge game coming up this week?
I think for us, we're excited to get back home. Especially this year, getting to play in front of the home crowd, it's definitely been something special. I know just being here at Keystone, going through everything that we've been through, and then finally getting some home games. And then with the long away game last week to Gallaudet, I think we're excited to get back home and get back after it this week.
Absolutely, and that was the other thing I got to say. Congratulations on getting a season. I seriously mean that, and I'm probably going to say that throughout the rest of the season, but for you guys, it's something special. Well, because for the first time in 75 years, Keystone had a home football game, more or less, as a couple years ago, for the first time in 73 years, Keystone had their inaugural season, and you were a part of it in the 2019 season, getting to play those away games and everything like that. What was it like being one of the first classes to actually be getting into, Keystone College football and just revamping it?
I think it's definitely something special, and for me it's been an honor and a blessing, especially to play college football anywhere. I mean, is a dream come true, and it's an opportunity not many people get to have. So just making the most of our opportunities and being the first class in the 2019 was definitely something special, and just being able to put Keystone across your chest is definitely something awesome to do on Saturdays.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then, obviously, let's go ahead. I would be remiss if I didn't say one of the first things that we were going to be talking about was, and we'll touch more on this game, obviously, as we go through and everything, but the first game, obviously, September 11th, first home game in 75 years. What was kind of like the mood, what was sort of like the mindset of the team going into that first home game and to finally get onto that field and just play against Misericordia? Obviously non-conference, but a team that we've seen plenty of times.
I mean, so obviously we were all excited. Obviously it was game week, but it had a little extra added to it since it was the first home game, and we definitely wanted to open it up in the right way. And unfortunately that Saturday didn't go the way we wanted it to, but that's football. And I definitely think pregame, I mean, everybody was excited, just as they would, but I feel like a lot of guys were in awe. I know I was too. Just it was kind of crazy, like actually playing at home. It was different.
It was one of those surreal moments that you couldn't predict.
Not having to get on the bus right after breakfast. We had a little bit of downtime right after breakfast, and we got to go up to the locker room and everything, and it was definitely a good time.
Now, obviously, we talk about the Misericordia game. Obviously, Misericordia was one of those teams that you actually saw in the 2019 season. And so pretty much there's one thing to kind of just get at in terms of that 2019 season and everything like that and this season. What has kind of been like the mentality? Like, obviously, like I said, that was sort of your inaugural season. This is your inaugural season in a way for ECFC and everything like that and getting into conference play. What has kind of been like the mindset just going from pretty much, okay, here's our trial run back in 2019 to, wow, we're actually competing in 2021?
Yeah, I think the mentality, and Coach Higgs does a great job of instilling this in us, is just get better every day. Our saying is one day, one brick. As long as we're laying a brick every single day, we're getting better. So as long as we keep getting better each day and keep getting better each week, I definitely think we'll be something special. And I feel like throughout this season we've been growing a lot, and hopefully we close out this season strong.
Absolutely. Now, the one thing I definitely do want to mention, we bring up the class and everything like that. We bring up the team. It's a young roster, which is fantastic for a growing program and a brand new program. And obviously, we look at it and everything like that. You guys have no seniors. Normally, we're planning a senior day or something like that for football, but this year, no seniors, so no senior day. But obviously that means you guys get another year to grow as a team. What has that kind of been like with the young core and everything like that, with a ton of freshmen coming in and everything like that? How has that been?
Absolutely. I mean, it's difficult at first. It was difficult at first, and we're definitely finding our stride now, and we're definitely gelling well. And we're going to continue to gel as well, because what a lot of people don't understand is some of the teams that we're playing is they have guys that are 23, 24, sometimes 25 years old. I know the starting quarterback at Wilkes, he's 25. So, I mean, it's and especially this year, it's even more different because of the COVID year and everything. So those seniors that were seniors my freshman year are still seniors now because they had an extra year eligibility because of the COVID year and everything. And what's awesome is now we get that extra year too. So, yeah, definitely being young, it's awesome, but it's also a challenge at the same time, because there's a lot of growing pains to go through, and I definitely feel like we're getting better each week. And as long as we stay the course and stay together, I feel like we will, and we'll put something special together here soon.
Absolutely, and you bring up the 2020 season. Obviously, it got canceled due to COVID. What was it like, pretty much? Obviously, I can imagine what the mindset was losing the 2020 season, excuse me. But what was it like knowing that you guys were going to be getting a 2021 season?
I feel like it was really exciting, but it was more of just chomping at the bit, and we were all really anxious. We just wanted to get on the field, and I know it was definitely hard for me, and I know it was very hard for a lot of the other guys to kind of take that step back and realize that we weren't going to have games on Saturday. So I definitely feel like we grew a lot through the 2020 season. I mean, even though we didn't have games, I definitely feel like we grew a lot. And we definitely needed that as a team. And then rolling into this season, it definitely helped us a lot.
And I can definitely attest for that, because obviously with track and everything like that, I was able to see you guys like get your spring practices in, a couple of winter practices I saw as well. And the one thing I definitely saw from the team, and I think it's probably a code that I think you guys have gone by, and I got to give you guys props for having, I believe, nearly 80 guys on a roster, or close to 100 throughout the past couple of years and everything like that.
Yeah, this year is 93 right now.
Yeah, and it's a case of pretty much the team bonding aspect never dies on the team, does it?
Absolutely not. I mean, we're a very close bunch, and that's also another positive of being young, that there is no separation from the seniors to the underclassmen as there would be in high school or, say, other college programs. That's what is really nice, is we're all super close and we all gel really well, and that definitely helps us on Saturdays.
Yeah, and the thing with the junior, again, we bring it up, the freshmen, the young core and everything. You guys are going to get another year with each other, which is pretty much just a case of, and the other thing too, with you guys being a junior, you guys get the chance to also pass down as to what the mentality was like for, the years to come and everything like that. So, but the one guy that's obviously, when you talk about sports and you talk about family, there's obviously the one guy who's at the head of the family.
Absolutely.
And I think we would be remiss if we weren't talking about Coach Higgins. And what has Coach Higgins kind of been like?
I mean, Coach Higgins is the number one reason why I'm here. I mean, when I took my visit, I only came on one visit here, actually, and I committed right at the end of my visit just because I was that sold on Coach Higgins' mentality towards everything and his vision, and I trusted him in everything, and obviously a big part of why I'm here and why I love Keystone.
And the one thing I got to bring up with Coach Higgins is, and it's something that no matter what game I feel like I've watched with you guys, whether I was on the road, did the Kings game for stats, whether it was at home, or even if I'm watching a game on the road with a live stream or something like that, the one thing I think I can definitely say, and I'll let you, grow on this a little bit more, Coach Higgins wears his passion on his sleeve.
Oh, absolutely, and I love that personally. I love that Coach Higgins is he's very vocal, and he supports us, but he's also that coach that'll get on us when we need it. But he's also that coach that'll pat you on the back when you need it too. And again, I mean, and I definitely appreciate him in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and I mean, a coach that was brought in back in 2018 to pretty much restart this whole entire football whole process. Pretty much a 71-year hiatus is from it to come, and like I said, 75 years since the last home game had taken place at Keystone. And the other thing I want to touch on the coaches, and it's something I kind of see. It's obviously when it comes down to football, for those who don't know football, you have certain coaches. You have like a special team coordinator, you got a quarterbacks coach, you got an offensive coordinator, et cetera, et cetera. Obviously, Coach Dontavius, he's quarterbacks coach and everything like that. But at the same time, when I watch practices and everything like that, it's not just like one coach in one specific area. Yeah, you have your specialty coaches, but it seems like everybody contributes one way or another.
Absolutely. And what's different here is, I mean, some programs, they'll have 10, sometimes 13 coaches on, like, in the program. And what's really nice is how we don't have 10 to 13 coaches. And sometimes people would look at that as a downfall. But what's really nice is we get to be super close with all of our coaches, and just because of that reason, like every single coach is involved with everybody, and I definitely really like that, and it's definitely something I don't take for granted.
Yeah, definitely, man. And it's one of those things where, like you said, like there are some schools, we do the rosters and everything like that. We see like 10 to like sometimes 15 coaches listed on roster. With you guys, like you said, it's a small coaching staff, but yet at the same time, yes, it's a small coaching staff, but everybody he works in their own keys and everything like that, and I absolutely love it. Seriously.
Yeah, same here. It's definitely awesome, and it is a well-oiled machine at practice. Let's just say that it's pretty awesome to watch the coaches do their thing.
Definitely, and I want to go back real quick. I want to go back to the subject of family, and this was something that obviously we talked about right before we came in and everything like that, and I was going to be remiss if I didn't talk about. If you ever go to a Keystone College football game, and you're looking for one of the most passionate fans, I got to give your dad probably that award. That man is probably the vocal point of the Keystone College fan base. I'll just let you elaborate on that a little bit more.
I love it. I mean, this year is a little bit different for me and my little brother. He plays at Edinboro University. He plays left guard there, and so this year was the first time ever we've actually had to play games without our parents there, so because they alternate games and stuff. So it was I mean, my dad was like that in high school, and when we got here, he's always been super positive, and definitely wanted to create that positive culture, because I mean, for some guys didn't get to play in front of fans in high school, and it's definitely a blessing to be able to play in front of the hometown crowd. And I mean, we travel really well on the road. We just played Gallaudet this weekend, and it was an overnight game for us, which was, I think, a 5-hour bus ride, and we still had just as many fans as Gallaudet had, and that's pretty amazing. And I definitely appreciate everything my dad does, especially with the fans and leading the cheers. I mean, because it definitely fuels us on the field, no doubt, and it's just pretty awesome.
It seriously is. Like I can't give him enough credit where credit is due. That man is literally the epitome. Like, this is gonna sound like a cliche. That man is literally the voice of the Giants, and I love it. It seriously, he is awesome.
Yeah, he definitely is. I mean, it is. Don't want to get emotional, but it's. I love it.
It's awesome, seriously. Now, I want to go back to wrap everything up. I want to talk homecoming one more time. I want to just talk the end of the season. Obviously, 4 more games, and everything like that. I assume just getting through the season and everything like that is just an accomplishment in and amongst itself. Just being able, because a lot of the times, like throughout the 2021 year, a lot of people didn't even think they were going to have a season.
Mm-hmm.
I assume just finishing out the season and getting this first season done, where you had a first home game in 75 years, where you had your first official season in 75 years, I assume that was just an accomplishment in amongst itself for the entire team.
I definitely think so too. But we're all competitors, and we definitely want to have that W. So Coach Higgins always talks about that opportunity to go 1-0 in that week. So definitely throughout the rest of the season, we just keep looking to get better and growing together. And like Coach Higgs says, just an opportunity to go 1-0 every Saturday.
It's pretty much just a reset week at the for him, just a restart button at the end of the week for the way it goes.
Absolutely.
So, all right, guys. So that's gonna go ahead. That's gonna wrap it up for us here at the Voice of the Giants podcast. No, I want to thank you again for coming in. Seriously,
thank you very much for having me. It was definitely a lot of fun.
Definitely, man. Definitely, guys. Keep in mind, like I said, October 16th. That is the homecoming game for Keystone College football. Oh, make sure you guys go out there and support and everything. Going to be a big game, big atmosphere, and everything like that. Hey, guys, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will be back next week with the Voice of the Giants podcast. Take it easy, guys.